Let's start. I'll start my timer as well. So we started at 9:43. I'm planning to study for at least 1 hour. So let's study till 10:40. Okay, that should be fine. And I'll continue with the basic Java from the Code Academy as we did from last day. And yes, 9:40. Okay, close this. Go to Code Academy. Code Academy. Where's my Code Academy? I think I closed that portal. Hmm. Code Code Academy. This is a good portal. It's free and it has exercises. Okay, I think I should go from the other one. Yeah, it's already open. Okay, so we were here. IO exceptions. What was IO exception? So some exception which happens during runtime when reading or writing, when doing input output operation. Okay, failed attempts at trying to access a file. The end of file has been reached. The file a program is attempting to access cannot be found and input. Okay, fine. So these are all IO exception. We can code our program to handle IO exception in area of our code where we deal with input and output. To start off, we must first import the IO exception class into our program using import. Okay. I think we did this one. What the fuck? Okay. When we catch exception, we no longer have to declare that. Sorry. Where were we? Get started. IO exceptions. Okay. Errors are unwanted issues. This is just 6 minutes. Okay. We'll cover it quickly. That okay. I think we read this one. That's why. Yeah. I think we read. So try and catch block. That's how we catch exceptions. If we don't use try and catch block, the program crashes. So I think we did this one. I'll just run it quickly and then go next. Conclusion. You have made it to the end. Let's review what we have learned so far. Oh, okay. Okay, I think my bad. I apologize. I think we hadn't done this. So what happens? Some examples of when IO exceptions occur include failed attempts at trying to access a file. The end of file has been reached. The file a program is attempting to access cannot be found. An input output operation has been entered. Take a look at our program on the right. Try catch block. You will notice that the method method signature, we have removed the throws exception. Okay, so we have removed the throws exception from here, since this method won't throw exception since it's already cached here. Okay, moving inside the main method, you will see we have deliberately created a file path that is incorrect. Okay, inside the try we try to read it, the catch we read the okay, it's all basic. So in the try they're creating this file reader, and this path is deliberately given wrong. So uh, which part will throw exception? I think reader.ready. I think this itself should throw the exception. Yeah. And then we catch the exception. Here has been IO exception system.out.println the error message. Okay. Let's type it out just to practice. Okay. So I write this in try, and in the catch block I write IO exception E, and then I write system dot out dot println and the message. Yeah, something like that. The print. Okay, fine. Conclusion is fine. We'll go over the points very quickly. Printing output in Java program can be done using following three: print, println, printf. Okay, scanner class is built into Java and is useful for reading from different sources and also from text files, inputs and text files. File writer is to output data from a program to a file, and file reader is used to read from a file. Okay, fine. File writer is a good thing actually. You can use it in your corporate jobs as well if you want to write a big message. They both are specifically tailored to reading and writing character to files. IO exceptions are exceptions related to input or output that a program may encounter. Okay, use try and catch block. Java program must initially be compiled into Java bytecode before they can be run using a terminal or command prompt. Okay, so Java programmer initially compiled into Java bytecode, which is done by the Java Virtual Manager, I think, JVM. When running a Java program, a user can pass in multiple arguments through the command line. Okay, okay, that I know. What was this? Skip for now. Skip for now. I'm discovering this as we go through the video, okay? Java and the command line. A brief overview of running Java through command line, okay? While there are many IDEs with built-in execution capabilities, Java may also be run from the command line. In this article, we'll cover how to download and run Java on your personal computer, as well as utilize string args parameter of the main method. Downloading Java. You more than likely have already interacted with version of Java on computer. This version of Java, the version that is used simply to run program, is called Java Runtime Environment, JRE. Okay, Java Runtime Environment, and essentially takes compiled Java bytecode and allows those generic files to be run specifically on your type of computer. This is one of the core principles that allows Java to become as popular as it has. As a developer, though you need the Java Development Kit (JDK), which allows you access to the classes and interface of core Java language that you use here on Code Academy, such as println. The current version of Java we have here can be found by typing java minus minus version into terminal. Java JDK is available for free through Oracle's website. There are several types, each which with specific purpose, and standard edition of JDK. You can find the most recent version of JDK here, the older version such as Java 9 like we are using here. Compiling Java, okay, Java C and then myclass.java, that is fine. Before you run the program, from the command line you must compile it. You open your terminal or command prompt depending on OS and navigate to the directory where the file you want to run is located. Once there, use java c and the file name to compile. If you are new to the command line or need a refresher or navigation, take a look at our command line cheat sheet for more guidance. Ah. This creates the .class file that can be executed. However, if there are any bugs found, they will be flagged at this point and the executable .class will not be created. You won't be able to run the file until it compiles with no issues. Okay. Java my class. Okay, that's how you run it after it's compiled. Note, do not include .java or .class suffix, only use the name of the class. Let's say we have following class hello world, we do java c hello world dot java and then java hello world. Okay, it would output this. Yeah, main method parameters. Okay, string args can take parameters. Each program must have main method and each main method contains parameters string args. But what does that mean? Args that is passed to program when it's run. Click here for refresher on array. We don't need to pass anything in, but we can if we want to. For example, we can edit our hello world class to use elements from args. Okay, that's nice. Args0 and args. Okay, fine. It's like a string. Actually, that's good. Note that we access the elements of args array the same way we would access elements of any other array. Let's use hello world, java c hello world, and then java hello world, and he's giving the first parameter batman. So here this batman will get printed. My hello world, my name is batman. Two extra takeaways from main method: all arguments passed via command line like batman is above are passed in as string. So if we have a program that asks user to input their name and age via the command line, we have to treat the age as a string until we pass it to an integer. A Java program, in fact most Java program, is made up of many files. Some of these files will have main methods, other will not. When we use the java command, we are specifying which Java class inside the program that we should look for the main method. Okay. What is an IDE? Learn about the integrated development environment. IDE. An IDE is or integrated development environment enables program to consolidate. Let me first try to explain and let's read later. Okay, IDE, integrated development environment. It's like a editor which makes programming easy. It gives you all kinds of suggestions and it helps you code fluently. That's what an IDE is. That's what I think an IDE is. Editing source code, writing code is an important part of programming. We start we start with a blank file, write a few lines of code, and program is born. IDEs facilitate this process with features like syntax highlighting and autocomplete. Syntax highlighting: an IDE that knows the syntax of your language can provide visual cues. Keywords. Okay. Here is okay. Guys, asking a honest question over here. Do I look very fidgety and very restless, kind of like that? Just a question to people. Okay, so compare these two code samples. Uh, Public class, nice day. Okay, what are we looking at? Syntax highlights. Okay, an ID that knows the syntax can provide visual cues. Okay, I see. They have the ID will actually highlight. Okay, different colors. Special meaning like class are highlighted with different colors. Compare these two code class. Okay, okay. Syntax highlighting makes code easier to read by visually clarifying different elements of language syntax. Autocomplete: when ID knows your programming language, it can anticipate that you are going to type next. Okay, this we know of. Building executables: Java is a compiled language. Before programs run, the source code of a .java file must be transformed into executable class by compiler. Once compiled, the program can be run from terminal. The compilation process is necessary for every program. So why not have the IDE do it for us? IDEs provide automated build process for language, so the act of compiling and executing code is abstracted away, like Code Academy lessons. Nice. Debugging: no programmer avoids write. No programmer avoids writing bugs and programs with errors. When a program does not run correctly, IDEs provide debugging tools that allow programmers to examine different variables and inspect their code. Yeah, this is a good functionality. IDE also provide hints while coding to prevent errors. Okay. Coding on your computer. The biggest benefit to using an IDE is that it allows you to code and run Java program on your computer. We recommend IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, we'll use IntelliJ. People who don't have IntelliJ, please download IntelliJ and also a Java version, and then you might have to set the Java inside the environment variable of your PC so that it's recognized all over, and then I think you should be able to use it through your IntelliJ. Running Java programs. Okay, running complex Java programs. Okay, we entered serialization. What is serialization? Learn what serialization and why it's useful. Okay, okay, okay. But will we be getting questions and answers like the practice and all? Will we be getting that? So we are serialization, that's where we are. If I go, we are reading this, right? Serialization. So far, object-oriented programming has made our code more modular and reusable with the use of objects. One of the benefits of using objects is the ability for them to encapsulate state or data to use within our program. But what if we wanted to store object state in a file or send it over a network? As a matter of fact, we can do this by serializing our objects. Serialization describes the process of taking an object state and transforming it into a stream of bytes. Let's discuss the terminology further. A stream is an abstract definition of a sequence of data that is made available over time. Okay. A byte is an 8-bit group of data. A stream of byte is a sequence of byte that is made available over time. To serialize an object, its field and the types are stored in form of bytes. These bytes are then available to be written to the memory. Deserialization. You may be wondering, this is great and all, but how do I get my object back from this stream? I think okay. Let's focus. I'll start the timer. Okay, the timing has not been given. Okay. So far, object-oriented programming has made our code more modular and reusable with use of objects. One of the benefits of using object is the ability for them to encapsulate state to use within our program. But what if we wanted to store a object state in a file or send it over a network? As a matter of fact, we can do this by serializing our object. Okay, so sending an object over the network, we have to serialize the object and then we can send. So okay, on, off. Okay. Serialization describes the process of taking an object state and transforming it into stream of bytes. Let's discuss the terminology. The stream is an abstract definition of a sequence of data that is made available over time. A byte is an 8-bit group of data. A stream of bytes is a sequence of bytes that is made available over time. To serialize an object, its field and their types are stored in the form of bytes. These bytes are then able to be written to memory, a file, a database, or sent over network with all the information necessary to recreate the object. Bytes. To serialize an object, its field and their types are stored in the form of bytes. These bytes are then able to be written to memory, a file, a database, or sent over a network with all the information necessary to recreate the object. Wow. Okay, let's continue. Deserialization. You may be wondering, this is great and all, but how do I get object back from the stream of bytes? This is where deserialization comes in. Deserialization, as the name suggests, does the opposite of serialization. Yeah, Kaushik. No, no, I'm. Yeah, Uh, this is great and all, but deserialization, as the name suggests, does the opposite of serialization and converts a stream of bytes back into objects. Using both serialization and deserialization gives us flexibility to persist our object and get them back when needed. Okay, so we serialize it, we send it over network, we deserialize and we get back the object. But how do we actually do it? We'll learn later. There are a couple of important details to note about serialization. Deserialization, the stream of byte created by serialization only includes the member variables of an object and not its methods. But how do we get the methods then? Deserialization creates a copy of original object. This object shares the same state but is an entirely new object in memory. Okay. So the object will have the same state, but it's actually a completely new object in the memory. Obviously, because it's sent over a network, right? Yeah. Many programming languages like Java, C++ support serialization and deserialization, but differ in how they implement the process. Ultimately, this gives us the flexibility to work with objects in, say, Java and also be able to work with a copy of that object in C++. Okay. No, I don't want this page. Let's go back. This is so slow actually. View syllabus. Often, when creating Java application and working with objects, we find the need to persist them. Specifically, we need to be able to store an object state member fields in file, in memory, or in database. Java provides the serializable interface do just that. To, to do just that, remember that an interface describes the behavior a class should have, and by having our class implement serializable, it can be serialized by Java Virtual Machine. Let's look at how this is done. Public class person implements it. Okay. In the example above, we've defined a person class that implements serializable. By implementing serializable, the JVM will know how and what to do when a person object needs to be serialized. We'll look at this more later. Notice that we didn't need to override a method and implement it for us to be able to serialize a person object. This is because serializable is a marker interface. A marker interface provides runtime information to JVM about the class and does not have any methods associated with it. Over the course of this lesson we'll continue learning about serializable interface and how serialization works. Okay.